So you teach children from 3 to 18 musically. And then you do drag shows just for the 3 to 9-year-olds. And you're telling me that this isn't weird? Hello there, fellow human. You've seen the title. You know what we're going to do. Let's go.
I am starting year 6 of teaching today. Super excited.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel if that was my child's teacher. I've already spoken to my fiance about this. We're in agreement. We might have to homeschool them.
So for me, gender is complicated because I would rather not be associated with it to the point where I would rather not be a...
I've seen this. This is like the counter argument to feminism. So women fought for years to have the right to vote, the right to go to school, the right to be autonomous and do what they will. And this person wants to be an object.
A human or even an animal. I would like to be an inanimate object. So I use its pronouns, but nobody uses them for me. I just have them in my bio. Nobody's comfortable with them. But I would like people to use them because that further removes me from the gender binary to the point where I am just an object. Just a piece of grass, if you will. So I would just like to not be a human being, let alone have a gender.
That's really sad. To the point where, like, how low does your self-esteem have to be to get to a point where you don't even want to be classed as alive? You just want to be a thing that people can use and observe, and you just ignore me. Like, how worthless do you have to feel to believe that's a valid, like, outlook on life? That's terrible. Poor people.
Here we have another veteran teacher who's insisting on the use of boys and girls in the classroom. Why is it so necessary to constantly remind kids of the gender binary with norms that we as a society literally made up? It's the same thing as saying, okay, talls and shorts, okay, blondes and brunettes. Not only does it divide the blondes from the brunettes, but it also leaves out the redheads. Statistically, redheads are pretty rare, but they exist. Biologically, socially, emotionally. Even if you don't like redheads or you've never met a redhead, dividing boys and girls constantly creates a disparity between the two and leaves out intersex children, non-binary children, and transgender children. It is...
What you have just witnessed is the fallacy of false equivalence. Blonde and brunette are, as genetic markers, are so minuscule that they don't really even matter. Whereas your gender is sort of crucial to it. Like, your sex is one of the major characteristics that defines the way that you will act, behave, the way that society will treat you. Everything like that. To compare being a redhead to being non-binary and to say, oh, well, both groups are ostracised, that is a false equivalent. That is way off the mark for even being close. It's like apples and oranges, but worse.
Disrespectful, it is hateful, and it invalidates another human's personhood.
So, what you saying about what you've just said there invalidates my personhood. The argument fits on the other foot. Why do these people have so much sway over children? I don't care what you do when you're an adult, but it's kids. Look, these people are teaching your kids. Why is it this? Why is it always the children? Will someone think of the children? I've already done the Mad Flanders joke. I'm not doing it again.
I just had a really cute moment with my students, and it was a great learning moment. If any of you teachers are using the program ST Math this year, you might know their mascot, Gigi. As an incentive, my school has this little Gigi stuffed animal, and any grade that has the most ST Math lessons passed gets to have Gigi and host her for the week. My class got the opportunity to have Gigi, and that was really exciting, but there was a learning moment. Students asked me, is Gigi a she or is it a he? And I said, I don't know. One of the students said, well, maybe they're non-binary. And I had a student say, well, let's just look between Gigi's legs. And I said, well, we don't know a person's gender by looking between their legs. And then my student was like, oh yeah, that's right. So we decided to call Gigi they, them. It's moments like these that remind me why...
So why, previously, in the exact same video, did you refer to Gigi as a her? If they are a they, them, why did you call them a her? Where is it? I'm going to find it. We get to have her for the week. So it's her and it's they, them.
Legs. And then my student was like, oh yeah, that's right. So we decided to call Gigi they, them. It's moments like these that remind me why I got into teaching. These small moments can make such a big difference to kids' lives, and I'm honored that I get to have these moments with these awesome kids.
I know you.
See, they're well aware. They're well aware that they're impacting the children. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing because it's moments like this that got me into teaching. I know that these moments can have a big impact on kids' lives. They know that if they get them while they're young, they can groom them into this weird way of thinking, which isn't true. We've got like truth, which is objective truth, which we can point to and say, right, this is why we call people women. This is what a man is. This is what a woman is. This is what a child is. And they all have certain like privileges and provisions imposed upon them because of like their stature kind of thing, right? So if we're just going to discard all that, anything goes. Like this, it's leading down the road of bestiality, it's leading down the road of paedophilia, it's leading down the road of fucking incest. It's getting really strange, man. It's getting really, really strange now. Honestly, it is. Anyway, this trans parent is raising his child gender neutral so the kid can choose a gender, and he is hoping the kid ends up being transgender. You see, this is fucking awful because it's grooming a child. You're trying to mould them to be something. Just let them be.
You know nothing about genderless parenting, but that's literally the whole point, is they get to pick. That's why we use all pronouns instead of just neutral pronouns, so they can experience all pronouns and how it makes them feel, so that when they get to the age, like around 3, they can tell me what they prefer. I have a 4-year-old. I have done this with more than just one child. He is fine. They're not gonna get bullied because they'll know before they go to school. That's literally the whole point, is they get to pick. And it's not really like a pick because it's who they are. Not a choice or a decision, it's who they are. That's literally the whole point. The whole point.
Why was that? Why were they talking in such a slow? Like that was so performative. Like it's all about attention. It's because you get lots of attention on TikTok because you're a transgender and you've got a transgender kid. Let's pour loads of attention. You're not thinking about what's going to happen to this child when they realise that their parents abused them, because they will realise that you abused them sooner or later. I've said this before. The victims never forget the trauma. They never forget it. It could be anything from being bullied at school to being abused by your parents to anything. Even a teacher calling you fat once can turn you anorexic. You'll never forget it.
It would be so awesome. It would be so cool.
Y'all, so Hank Green said to make a channel intro video, so here's mine. Hi, I'm Mr. K, and I'm a music teacher on OutSchool. I teach all age ranges from 3 years old to 18 years old. And I focus on all different aspects of music. How to make it, how to enjoy it, what impact it might have on our society. But you might notice Mr. K only makes up about half this channel. Hi, I'm Miss B, and I'm the drag queen music teacher on OutSchool. Most of my classes are for learners ages 3 through 9. I mostly teach music and story time, where we read a couple picture books and sing some...
So you teach children from 3 to 18 musically. And then you do drag shows just for the 3 to 9-year-olds. And you're telling me that this isn't weird, right? There's a thing called autogynephilia. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's basically men getting their rocks off and getting sexual excitement or enjoyment or pleasure from dressing up as a woman. It's called autogynephilia. I'm going to do a video on it in the future, right? I don't care. If you want to dress up like a woman, you can do that. That's fine. But don't do it to kids. But you're doing it for sexual gratification. Even if you're not doing it for sexual gratification, you're doing it for a mild form of emotional pleasure, and you're using the children to obtain it. Because if you did it in an empty room, you wouldn't feel that way. The audience is part of it. So the audience needs to be of age. So I teach 3 to 18-year-olds, but I do the drag shows just for the 3 to 9-year-olds.
some songs about the stories we read. And I also teach some music classes like Miss B's Musical Adventure. So I get asked a lot, why be a drag queen music teacher? Why not just be a music teacher? And there's two big reasons behind that. Number one, drag is fun, and learning should be fun. And so much of our current education system has completely taken that out of the equation. The second reason...
Sex is fun. Should we have sex with children? No, because there's certain things that are fun that are reserved for adults. It being fun is not a justifiable argument, is it? Think about it.
Reason is because I didn't have queer teachers growing up. I didn't have queer teachers. I didn't have queer professors. I didn't have queer professionals in my life because they were all dead, largely ignored by the government and the society that they were supposed to be a part of. I want to make sure that the generations that are coming up now get the chance to see visibly queer teachers in a professional space so that they know that being queer and being whatever is absolutely okay. Thanks.
So you've just admitted that you grew up in a world where there was none of that influence, yet you still know that being gay and being queer and being whatever is okay. So you've just defeated your own argument. I never had it and I turned out fine, so I want to have it. I want them to have it so they turn out fine as well. You turned out fine without it. Ergo, it was not needed. You self-defeating argument, hypocrisy on legs.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow. Bye.
Oh, bye.
With all the stuff going on in this world, Florida, yeah, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, this is the QR code that led to pornography. I think I've covered this before. They were scattered around the school and it was supposed to be a safe space. You scan the QR code and it took the kids to porn. But it's a safe space where they can learn how to perform fellatio.
I have never been more proud to be a part of the teachers union here at my site in our district. Why? The president just had this delivered to my classroom. We have these badges that we wear on our lanyards. If we are a safe person to talk to, or we can provide a safe space for our students.
Me, 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 me. That's what it's all about. Me, 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 me. It's just attention seeking. So all the other teachers have got normal lanyards, but because she likes to eat rug or whatever her particular sexual proclivity is, she gets a big, bold, colourful one. Look at me, centre of attention. You're not special. None of us are special, but you seem to think you are. You want to be special and a victim at the same time. And both of those things require attention. That's all you are after. It's mad. It really is mad that this is okay. It's basically narcissism. Your sexuality has nothing to do with this, right? It's because you're a narcissist. I'm sure that if you weren't part of the LGBTQ tribe, I'm sure if you weren't part of that, you would find something else to indulge your narcissism with. I'm sure you would. You would have 17 dogs and dye them pink. There would be something that you would do to make people look at you. This is terrible. Because why does it have to be with the kids? Because the kids don't know how to discern between what's good and what's bad. So they'll choose shit products. That's why people market things at kids, because kids can't pick.
It is so important that our students, LGBTQ plus and not, that they have someone or some place to go, someone to talk to. And we may not know everything. We may not have the answer. But this badge has a QR code on the back. So I can scan it and help. Learn.
She's inferring that everybody who isn't an LGBTQ tribe member, she's inferring that all of the teachers that don't have that aren't safe. So all of the teachers are scattered around with their normal lanyards on their chest. None of those are safe. None of those teachers offer a safe environment. The only place that's safe is with her. Come to me, kiddies, get in the van. It's safe in here. It's safe in the van, children. It's stupid. So the other teachers aren't safe, implicitly by what she's saying there. She's just inferred that. It doesn't take much to go that one step further, does it? I'm the safe one, ergo everyone's dangerous, apart from me.
Be better. So yeah, Florida, you can learn a lot from us over here on the West Coast. These students need us. They need us now more than ever. And I'm here.
Be gone.
And I'm proud to be here.
Be gone, foul wedge.
Sometimes my friends will hit me up and want to go try new restaurants, especially in the summer months, so we can just go chill on them.
We're getting into the fat territory again. I'm still losing weight. It's still coming off me. I don't know if you can really tell. You can't really see it in me. I have lost lots of weight. I was fat because I was irresponsible. I was irresponsible with my diet. I was irresponsible with my regime for my exercise and stuff. I was irresponsible. I wasn't doing things right. Now I'm doing things right. I'm seeing improvements. It's not society's fault that she doesn't fit in the armchairs and she's too big for water slides. It's not society's fault. It's not. Eat less. It's like that TikTok influencer who went to a horse ranch and she was annoyed that they threw her out because they wouldn't let her get on the horse in case they damaged the horse's spine. So she was too fat to ride the horse. They said to her, "Excuse me, madam, you're too big to get on little gym, right? So they chucked her out. They said, you can't ride the horses. All your friends can ride them, but you can't. So she's gone on TikTok and told all of her friends, all of her followers, and then they've all started slamming this company, saying that they're all evil and fatphobic and that. No, like, what do those people want? Do those people want that fat bitch to sit on the horse and the horse to be hurt? Is that what they want? Because we need to be fair to the fat people. Fuck the horse, be fair to the fat woman. It's illogical.
Patio, have some drinks. And I always have to Google the establishments and look at their seating just to make sure that it will actually accommodate me.
Is that not a red flag? If I had to specifically look for somewhere, right, to make sure, say I was really tall, right, say I was super tall, say I was like 8'9", right, tallest man ever, right, and I had to look at places to see if I would fit, it's a red flag that I'm not normal, isn't it? Because everybody else fits. I don't fit. There must be something weird about me. Yeah, because everybody else is less than 300 pounds. And then there's the chronically obese people that can't seem to take self-accountability for it. And what sickens me and saddens me at the same time, because it sickens me because they must know they're doing it to some extent. They must be aware that they're doing it, right? But then it saddens me because they might be aware, but it might be uncontrollable. They might not be able to stop themselves, and it's going to kill them. And it saddens me. I want everybody to be healthy and happy. That's what I want. And I know it's not going to happen. But take some accountability and make some steps yourself. I've lost weight because I've tried. If I hadn't tried, I'd still be fat. It's basically that simple. So, yeah.
Most of the time it doesn't, especially booths and the patio chairs with like the little sidearm things. Last weekend, I actually went swimming with my sister and her kids, and my nephew kept asking me, like, Auntie, won't you go on the slide with me? And I had to explain to him that they weren't going to let me go on the slide because of my weight.
Mm-hmm.
Today...
Now, if you'd have said to that little boy, you see, there's two universes here, right? It branched off, right? In one universe, we've got her, and we're still in it, right? This is our universe, right? So she's too fat to get on the slide, and a little nephew said, "Why can't you go on the slide?" She said, "I'm too fat." Right? In the other universe, she said, "Do you know what? I'd love to go on that slide with you, and I'm missing out on that experience because I'm too fat. I'm going to take accountability. Do you know what? I'm going to do 500 laps of this pool every month. I'm going to do 10 laps a day, and I'm going to do 500 a month, and I'm going to lose all this weight, and I promise you I'm going to ride that slide with you in the next couple of years." But she didn't say that because that was the hard option. She took the victim route and said, "No, it's because I'm fat." Yeah, it's because you're fat. It's not because they're mean, it's because you're fat. Take accountability for what you have done. Do you know what I mean? Like, if someone mocks me for having a beard, I can't say it's not my fault. How can I say that? If you say my beard is hideous, right? And everybody agreed that my beard was hideous, and I kept my beard, I can't then complain that people don't like my beard. Everybody's told me they don't like it. I choose to keep the beard. If I could never get laid again because I had a beard, believe me, I'd shave my beard off. Because the market dictates the price. You don't get to say, "Oh, well, I want to pay this." No, this is the price for everybody. If you're £500, you're not riding a horse, you're not going down a slide, you're not doing it. I'm sorry, they've hit a nerve, because I used to be a fat fuck, and it annoys me when people have got no internal mental spine at all. I'm fat because I'm fat. No, you're fat because you like Big Macs.
TikTok creator actually unlocked a new fear for me, which is the idea of, like, if I was ever flying and traveling for like a vacation or something and I were to lose my luggage, that I'd be totally fucked, because most places, like 99% of places, don't carry anything large enough to fit me. So I'd just be like wearing the same outfit for the entirety of my trip. I've been denied medical care and procedures before because of my weight.
Yeah.
I think looping back around to like the original video here, there's plenty of things that I would like to do, but I can't because of my weight. And I think the most important takeaway here is the fact that these are things that I shouldn't be prevented from doing, that I shouldn't be able to do. This is very much just society,
right?
Not acknowledging.
Okay, so let's break a couple of things down, right? So airlines should, and chair manufacturers should make chairs that are 50% too big for the average person, so that the average person is uncomfortable, so that you fit in them, resulting in them losing business. So multi-global corporations that manufacture things need to change their blueprints to fit you. They need to lose money so that your life's better. The second thing, surgeons should operate on you even if your weight would impact the anesthesia, it would impact your recovery, it would impact your breathing during the procedure. Like, they should operate on you, and they should put your life at risk and potentially kill you right? Which would technically be malpractice, wouldn't it? They shouldn't have done it. They should malpractice on you because it's not fair. Do you know what I mean? These things, right? I can't do this. I've got a fear. This would happen. That would happen. You're in control of all of this. Look at it this way, right? If I'm scared of spiders, it's my fault if I walk into a room full of spiders. I could fucking leave that room anytime I wanted to. I had the fear. I'm in control of it. If you are scared of being fat, stop eating as much. Exercise. It's not hard to do. I promise you. This isn't me trying to berate you and belittle you as a fat person. This is me saying get some help. Find somebody who can help you train. Find somebody who can give you a regime to actually work with. Just learn and better yourself. Don't play the victim, because victims never change. Victims never change. They always just complain.
My existence, basically, and just how much fat people are just kind of an afterthought. So, yeah.
It's a beast of your own making, and as Rob is about to say...
That's problematic!
Indeed it is, Rob. Indeed it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Thank you for watching. Peace.